and stuff you don't. It's the Ben and Bren Show.
David Parks.
What's up?
And with that,
And we're off.
and we're off.
We're off.
What's up, man?
Welcome to the Ben and Bren Show, Dave. It is a pleasure to have you.
Of course, it's a
One
pleasure
of
to
the
be here.
OGs.
Oh, OGs.
20 years in, probably
20 years,
something like
Just
that.
about.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Really?
15. For me, I'm like
I would have met you, Dave, back in like 06.
Oh,
So
coming
yeah,
up.
probably.
Just round up.
20 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
close, man.
Crazy.
Damn.
Back to
You
the
don't
University
realize
of
that shit
Memphis.
until you realize it.
Really?
Yeah,
Seriously.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we all went to college together.
Absolutely.
Everybody that's listening that doesn't know, David is bass player, really musician extraordinaire,
Yeah.
Film
Appreciate
producer.
it. Yeah, man.
to the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played with just about anybody that you could name, and we all came up together. And I remember when you and Alex Kramer went on Diddy's
Making the band.
making his band.
His band.
Right.
Yeah.
little spin-off.
Yeah.
And I was so starstruck by you guys doing that. I was like, holy shit.
Man, that experience kind of jump-started everything and just, I don't know, man. It was like one of those blur moments. Like, okay, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then, we did it. A couple of us made it on the show, and man, that was a whirlwind. That was a thing, and just an era of reality TV almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just right in the mix of that, and taking that show, man, and learning a lot, and just catapulting to a different thing.
Yeah.
I kind of had to stop school for that. I don't know if y'all remember.
I do remember.
Yeah.
I do
was
remember.
like,
I remember Jack Cooper, the director of jazz at the school, was pissed.
oh, yeah. Yeah, it
was
didn't make a
pissed.
lot of people happy, man, but
They were just mad.
yeah, they were just,
They're just mad.
yeah.
Well, there was you don't want to be away from your scales for too long,
Yeah.
or you lose it.
He supported it though.
Yeah, Tim was into
Tim is a
it.
real one.
Tim was into it, but
Diddy's having a good year though.
it, man.
Whoa.
That's a different thing. And
Wait,
it's,
there
it's
was
like, do you like leave that off the resume now and be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But nah, man. My experiences with him and everything was always cool, and I don't know, man. It's just a tough year.
Wait, there was a Making the Band. So I know the one with the rappers, Dylon, and then he made the Danity Kane like girl group.
Uh-huh.
But there was a different one?
Right. So this one he was making the album Last Train to Paris. I don't know if you
Yep.
remember this random. But he was putting a live band together for going on tour for this album. So this was like his last making a band show of his contract, right?
Huh.
And so he does this thing where we go, we do auditions all over the country. Well, they do auditions, like 4 major auditions.
It's like thousands of people.
Oh, it was like American Idol or
Yeah.
some shit. Yeah, it was crazy. It was like L.A., Chicago, which is where we auditioned at, a couple of my homies. Probably like New York and Detroit, something random like that. And like I said, it was American Idol style audition, but I had done so many auditions, you know what I'm saying? Being
Yeah.
in band and wind ensemble and all that, I was prepared for an audition, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it worked out. That wasn't my first audition, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was the audition like? Like, what did you have to play just over a track, like, and just
No,
solo
it's
and
like
stuff?
I don't know. You had like 30 seconds. It's like, all right, this is David Parks auditioning on bass, and then they gave you like 4 songs to learn or something like that, right? And then so I think my song was American Boy. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
nice. Good one.
It's a good
one.
song. It's a good song.
What year was
still.
this?
Man, like he said, probably 08,
Yeah,
07,
09 or around
08.
there. Yeah.
09.
Because I was a freshman, I think, and I got there in 08.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that was like one of the
yeah.
big songs right about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, what you're saying.
It's a good song, man. But I did like a little twist on mine, you know what I'm saying? I put like a little couple chords in the front of mine, you know what I'm saying, on bass, just to stand out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was pretty They was hype about it. And you get the call to Hollywood, same thing, right? You get the call to Hollywood, and then there was all the winners from all the cities met up in Hollywood. You had to learn some more tunes. One of them was like a DeBarge song or something dope, like
nice,
like a ballad or something crazy that you wouldn't think. But yeah, so that was dope, man. End up making the audition, and then you went to a house. You know what I'm saying? Like a real world,
like on the show.
Yeah. You lived in the house. It was like bunks, like real world style.
Wow.
It was a thing, man.
They get you fucked up like on the other house reality shows.
Yeah, they used to keep the liquor cabinet.
Yeah, just get them all drunk.
Yeah.
Get them all mad. Rile them
Bring
up.
Diddy down here.
Like,
everyone's drunk.
But it was a weird show, man. Like the challenger was like scales. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like
what?
Challenge.
That's what it was.
Well, like the first challenge was like some handing exercise.
Interesting.
Get out of here.
I swear to God. Like 2 octaves and back down.
And who was like? I remember Nissan Stewart was doing it. And who else?
Omas Keith, who is like Frank Ocean.
He turned
Sarah.
producer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Maybe he already was then.
Yeah,
but
he already was
yeah.
that guy. But ridiculous resume, him. And then Rob Lewis, who's like a
that's right.
orchestrator, arranger, Tony Braxton, and Christina, a whole bunch of people. So that was the cool thing about this show, the training that we got on that show. You couldn't get that at the university. You know what I'm saying?
For
you
sure.
just couldn't. They was giving you like real world knowledge. Man, when I went there, I wasn't even thinking about playing key bass or synth bass, like in a pop way or a pop setting.
Had you done much of that
I
before?
was doing a little bit of producing, and at the school we'd take like a couple piano classes, but not thinking about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I left that though, I was decent.
Nice.
So it's just a little small little tips and tricks that I think helped me out in the long run.
Yeah.
That show, yeah. Definitely was the beginning, man. Came back home and then enrolled back in school. And then I got a call like 2 weeks later to go on tour with Sean Kingston, man.
That's right.
So
I remember that.
I do too.
Yeah.
I was like,
I dropped out. I probably dropped out 3 times, man. But I finished though. I went back and finished. Though.
You did finish?
Yeah. I
Nice.
did go back.
Weren't you also on tour with Justice Beiber?
I don't know about Justice. Well, I did some dates with Justin. I don't know about Justice, but
That's an Office reference for our listeners. Yeah, Justice Beiber.
Yes, or
Justin
known cousin.
Bieber.
yeah,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
that came through the Sean Kingston connection because Sean was.
They did a song together.
They did a song. They
Eeny
was
meeny.
really, really tight.
It was a dope ass song.
He's having a good year too, right, Sean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I haven't heard about his year.
He's like on the line for fraud.
Yeah, there's
Like-
something
Jewelry
going-
missing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, get
Some
well
debts to be
soon,
paid.
Man. God bless that man. But
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, man. So that was through the Sean Kingston thing. We went on tour with them, and I got real tight with the bass player.
Mm-hmm.
And me and him used to work out together, like really like shed together on a different level. Like that I had never really shedded, like just on a very elite. Like we was training, like weightlifting or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So who is Harv? Who is, you know what I'm saying? Producer extraordinaire now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Lemonade, Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
One of the dopest.
Oh, right.
tracks
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah, for sure. And I used to think that was so crazy, but yeah, I'm happy to call him the homie, man. Super successful in what he does, but I think he went and had a kid or something, and I stepped in for him for like a leg of a tour, and just their relationship built from there. So that was cool.
That's
That was-
awesome.
Yeah.
And back to making his band. Weren't you a winner? Like, weren't you?
I didn't win per se. I think I was maybe, I guess you would say like third place. I was on the show for the whole time pretty much.
Yeah.
Maybe like, I think we was there for 2 months.
Okay.
So I might have been there 7 weeks or something
Okay.
like that.
Nice.
But it was dope because what happened was the winners end up being under like a crazy contract or something, and they couldn't like work. Well, it was like,
That's how all the shows are.
Yeah,
you don't
want to win those shows.
Yeah, you don't want.
You want to be what you did, like
exactly,
right at the end,
and
then
so
get out scotch free.
That kind of worked out for me, and it was funny. Some of the winners was like, man, those are the cats that really won because we was out, working and stuff.
Yeah,
but it took them a minute to be able to get out of their situation, and
But was it crazy. Through those connections from the show that you got Sean Kingston?
Yes.
And
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Because I mean, you know, especially back then, the world was a little bigger, I guess, without social media being as crazy as it is right now.
Sure.
It's like you can meet anybody on your phone, and you know what I'm saying. Anybody can see you play. Anybody. It was a little bit different back then, so. That was my thing, to meet the people in the industry that was doing exactly, what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
And if you look at the roster on that show, it's everybody that's killing it in the industry, doing it. Bruno Mars people, Lady Gaga people.
That's right, I remember that.
Who else, man? Big Sean, like just a lot of people doing a lot of big things from that.
Nice.
From that show. Everybody's doing something, which is dope. Lana Del Rey, her whole situation is like from that. So,
that's dope.
There's a lot of dope people that came from that. I'm honored to be a part of that. It was a very, very weird little moment that I don't know will happen again like that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You ever go back and watch it? Like, is it on
Hell no. Hell no. Dude, I was so young and just... Nah, I never watched it. It's crazy. I don't even know if I've seen every episode. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I might have watched like the first. We went to like a watch party or something. I might have watched the first 2 episodes. But I was there. I know what happened. You know what I mean?
Was it on MTV?
Yeah, it was MTV.
Nice.
It was MTV. So hopefully MTV will scrub that stuff from the internet.
I'm sure you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They did scrub
a lot of stuff. Yeah, they did.
They got rid of like 20 years of their archives.
Yeah.
And just, I'm sure it's somewhere, but they scrubbed it from the internet. You can't get it anywhere.
That's crazy.
I think they're probably going to have like a tiered platform now that you can pay for to access that.
Right.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exclusive content.
Exclusive content. That's where we're heading. You got to subscribe to everything.
Yeah.
Don't own anything.
No.
Right.
Don't own it.
And you'll be happy.
Yeah. You'll love it.
Yeah.
I hate that, man. Like, you used to just buy like Microsoft Word one time.
Yeah.
In the box, and then you had it.
The license forever.
And then you just had it, and now it's like that $15.99 is just
once a month,
kicking your ass every month. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
That was my little. I'm sorry. Anyway, but we was talking about what was we talking about? I'm sorry.
Well, last I checked, Dave, and I don't know what you've been up to this recently, but I know like Ledisi has been in your roster like over the past couple of years. Are you still doing that?
Well, not as much recently, man, but I had a nice run with Ledisi. I actually played on her Grammy-winning song.
Yes.
Anything for You.
Nice.
Which is a amazing ballad.
Everybody go listen to it.
Yeah, which is an amazing ballad, man. And she won that joint, man. That was like that was a pretty cool moment. You know, there's some things that you think about and want to do. So
100%.
I always believe in like, pull up. Like somebody tell you to pull up, come to the studio, no matter what, you just do it. You never know what you're gonna fall into, you just never know.
Do you have your Grammy plaques in the toilet room like Benny does in here?
No, not in the toilet room.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I don't have mine in the
his
toilet.
His are in the shitter.
Yeah, his is in the shitter. I get it.
There's no better place.
Nah. Mine is in the... you can see my shit as soon as you come in the room.
Okay,
Boom, as soon as you come in the house. Nah.
Well, you got to go in the bathroom
this is who
at
you
some
dealing
point,
with. Yeah.
inevitably. So you're going to see it.
No. But I was fortunate to be on that. And I did a lot of cool stuff with her, man. Just a little bit. It was always cool because I would do the big pop stuff, and then I would do the like chill R&B, more intimate stuff with her. So it was a good little blend for a while, man. And she's the musician's musician, bro. She's the best musician on stage. Every time you get on stage, she's the best musician on stage. You know,
That's awesome.
she can hang with the heaviest cats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it shows, and it was cool to be around there. She's super steady, super well. Like, she knows what she's doing, man. So that's always cool to be on stage with her. And,
for sure.
And to call her like the homie. That's super dope.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
She's sick.
And then you've also been playing with Jason Derulo for a long time.
Right.
When did you guys start working together?
Man, that's probably 10 years in the making, man.
That's crazy.
It's crazy because that doesn't really happen.
People don't keep gigs that long, especially like in the pop world.
Yeah, man, we did a gig with him, like a weird gig or something in Africa one time. They put a band together, and it was mostly people from that show. You know what I'm saying? So. We always kept a nice little network of people and homies. Those cats I've been playing with for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
for sure.
And we just kind of, they put that band together and we kind of kept in touch and stuff, but it wasn't real heavy. And then he put out some records, and that's like when he was doing, when he put out Talk Dirty and a whole bunch of joints that just skyrocketed. And so we've been rocking with them since then. It's more of a family situation now. You know, his situation is tight because it's family insulated. You know what I'm saying? Like the family kind of runs the business and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you know, I think we're part of that family at this point. I play on a lot of his records too, which is super dope, man.
For sure.
Super dope.
Does Jason announce his name in the room when he comes in like he does on the records?
Right, yeah, nah.
I always wondered that. Yeah. I've never seen him in person, but
you could start doing that for him.
Yeah.
Yo, he is I tell you this,
Seems
man.
like a cool guy.
Yo, this dude is the fastest person I've ever seen in the studio.
Yeah.
He is ridiculously fast. Like, writer, performance, backgrounds, dude.
He's super talented.
Pop
And can
smash.
dance.
Dance his ass off. Yeah. So cool dude, man. Like I said, that's family at this point. But he's a I think he really shines in the studio. Like, if you can check him out in the studio, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, the studio is where I feel, you know, an artist or performer is really exposed. You can really tell the level somebody is on in the studio.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in there under the red light in front of the microphone, it's like, not that, you know, you can't, like, you still live, you have to still show up and perform, but I feel like there can be some camouflaging, some distraction from the accuracy of a performer live. But in the studio, I mean, obviously post you could do a lot, but it's like when you're in there directly working in that moment, you really can tell how on somebody is or not with their craft.
Yeah, and the crazy people like that I've been in the studio with, they probably got 100 songs on a hard drive.
Yeah.
Like, they do it a lot,
100%.
a lot. He put in his 10,000 hours a long time ago in the studio. You know what I mean?
For
so
sure.
It's like, people that do it like that, they spend a lot of time. And it shows, like, the people that do it, just their flow and just how they know how many backs, how many, you know what I'm saying, doubles, dub that, they're moving fast, like as fast as the engineer can move. You know what I mean? Like,
it gets to the point of, like, I mean, this is probably the way for nearly all creators. Most of the work that's done never sees the light of day.
Oh,
like, out of
sure.
100 of those songs, there might be a small handful that ever come out. So it's like you end up being more focused on just the process of creating, knowing, like, okay, at some point some of these are going to come out and it'll be a thing, but you're really just honed in on just doing it and just showing up and doing it and having that consistency, and then the results and the output into the world eventually comes out of that.
Right.
But it's really about just that consistency of going in and doing it.
And that's everything.
All the time.
That's everything. That's with bass, drums, keys. That's everything. Just
Yeah.
You can't cheat that grind,
You
man.
can't. There's no
you
way
gotta-
around it. And everybody today, and probably because it's just possible today, everybody wants the shortcuts. Everybody wants the get to the finish line as quick as possible. Like, but there's no replacement for putting in all that time
putting in
and that
time. You
effort
can't cheat
and
that.
consistency. That's anybody that's ever done anything has gone through that. I mean, it's just part of it.
Unless you were on a Disney show growing up as a child star, then you pretty much do get to skip to the front of the line. I think, kind of.
Yeah, it's true. But then you got to deal with it after the fact. You got
Right
to
then when you
Right.
turn,
I mean, that was hard work, right,
crazy.
the Disney child hump.
All right.
Okay. Well, while we've been talking, we're shooting all the music career stuff right now. We should just go ahead and jump into this, right? Worst gig ever, because I bet he's got a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Do we want to do that now?
I
already
was
brought
also
it up.
thinking.
What do you got?
Let's do dopest gig
Okay.
ever.
Good.
Shit, boy.
Like craziest gig
Yeah.
ever.
I seen some sick gigs, man.
Yeah.
I had some sick gigs. I can't even.
I don't know
lie.
how many NDAs you got out, but let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Dude, craziest gig ever, man. I guess something that come to mind just right off. We did the F1 joint in Singapore, and that shit was like the loudest thing I ever heard in my life. But
Yeah.
man, just next level luxury. Like it's just a different world. The F1 thing,
Oh yeah.
Mm.
$1 million cars, and just so.
How many people?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe not that many. Maybe like on that level of things, it's not that many people. You know what I mean? It's like
more about the environment.
yeah. But
I got
like,
you.
I mean,
Was there a good gifting suite?
maybe
Some
not
free
for
stuff?
me.
Oh, yeah.
Not for me, but I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was a lot of.
Who was
great
that with?
gigs. That might have been Sean Kingston back in the day. That was Sean. Man, with Jason, we done some crazy things, man. He likes to work, so he done some crazy stuff. Played on like this James Bond yacht.
Put your mic just up here so it'll get you. Yeah.
We played on like this James Bond yacht vibe, like all black
Yacht?
yacht,
Oh, sick.
private yacht. Like when you jump on the yacht, they give you booties.
Yeah.
Please don't step on my
Yeah.
hardwood floor.
Yeah.
Oh, I went the other way.
Yeah,
for
me
a
too.
second.
I was
Yeah.
thinking something
Oh,
else
wow.
for booties.
Good.
Yeah, that's a good prayer.
Yeah.
How many booties
How
do you
many
get?
booties?
How many are you
man,
allowed
like-
to get?
Yeah.
Slippers. Let's say slippers. But that was crazy, man. But Rock in Rio is crazy, right?
Yeah,
in
I bet.
Brazil, that's 100,000 people.
Yeah.
Rock in
Crazy.
Rio. I don't know, man. The legendary stuff, that you grow up and you want to do, like Madison Square
Yeah.
and O2 and cool stuff like that. Africa is always crazy.
Oh, I'm
You
sure.
get the it's
Where have you
different-
played in Africa?
Couple different spots, man. Like I've been to the super developed crazy technology spots like Johannesburg
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That's like Wakanda or some shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's really next level, like you know what I'm saying. And then, but I've been to the more rural parts like Tanzania and stuff where it's
Wow.
where they don't have as much, but their heart is big and you know what I'm saying. They're not dealing with things like credit and shit like that. It's
Yeah.
just like a different vibe, like a different, more like spiritual vibe and like just it feels good. It's just like you would think with like we strip everything away, you know, it's like damn, like they're happy, like they're pumped, they're happy that you there, like they're great people, you know what I'm saying? So
for sure,
I've done stuff like that too, man.
It is funny, people in the more, you know, like Americas, Europes that have like everything at their disposal these days are miserable.
All right.
Like we're all miserable.
Well, it's like everyone says the worst crowds in America are New York and LA because like everyone's all like, not impressed, you know?
Yeah.
But when you go and play Memphis or you go and play Cleveland, like people are like way more enthused, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So now worst gig ever.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
This is a recurring sequence that we have segment.
Man. I've been on some bad ones too, man. I guess like
you can't have the good ones without the bad ones.
You gotta have the bad ones too, man. This one, man, I tell this story. I don't even know, but I tell this story. This one shocking one. And I was in Memphis, right? And I agreed to this gig. And, you know, it was with the homies and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. And I show up at this place. And I'm getting set up. And I don't know what the fuck I'm playing at. And then people kind of filing in. I'm seeing the vibe. It's like kind of militant a little bit. I'm like, okay, like, what the fuck am I at? Like, I'm seeing the vibe. And I see these two black dudes come in with like the fucking camouflage with the AKs. Like, it was like on some like black nationalist, like,
Oh shit!
Like-
Was it like were they
but
like?
I mean, clearly I'm black, and I felt a little uncomfortable there. Like, it was like intense. It's just like not knowing that shit, and then you get there, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like I am in the midst of this shit right now. That was
Crazy.
a weird one though, and then like nobody clapped. You know what I'm saying? After the performance,
What was what was the repertoire you were playing?
what was the what?
What was the repertoire you played? Like what were the songs,
I don't
like
know.
type of music?
I mean, I don't know. It was like some R&B shit or
Okay.
something. Yeah.
Was it like actual authorities or some like?
Nah, it was
like
some
criminal-
Nah, it wasn't no criminal enterprise shit or nothing like that. It was more so like on some like black nationalists, like Black Panther.
Okay.
Like kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Louis Farrakhan sort of
deeper
vibe?
than that. Deeper
Yeah.
than that. Way deeper than that. Like,
Yeah.
it was just
Interesting.
like
deeper than Louis Farrakhan.
Like the Black Israelites.
Yeah,
like the people like on Venice Boardwalk and stuff.
Yeah, it was way
Gotcha.
deeper. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was like
Okay.
it was that kind of thing. So that was
Crazy.
that. I don't know if that
Wow.
was the worst gig. It was just a weird gig.
Weird,
'Cause I just
yeah.
didn't know what the fuck I was getting into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Unexpected.
How did it
But-
pay? How did it pay?
Probably regular as shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably, I don't know.
At least you got taken care of.
Yeah. Nobody got hurt. It was cool. It was just it's like, all right, it's what we playing at today.
right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I don't know. I've been on the stage with some crashes, bro. Just the crashes when the Pro Tools goes out.
Oh yeah.
You know what
the
I'm saying?
anxiety fully maxed
Just,
out.
yeah, the Pro Tools just crashes out, dog.
What happens when that happens? I've always been curious about that.
Man, hopefully two things got to happen. Your band got to be good and your engineer got to be good. You know what I mean? Because you got to pump up them drums. You got to, you know what I'm saying? The band got to know the songs and not just be floating. You know what I'm saying? So I just seen some crashes. I think I was on the stage. You remember when Bieber like threw up or something?
Bieber threw up.
Y'all don't remember that?
I don't think so.
I think he like barfed. He barfed on the stage one time. He was sick. He like drank some milk before the show.
Milk was a bad choice.
I think I was on the stage for that. It was like all over like TMZ or something.
That's the worst
And
thing you could drink before singing too.
Man,
Dairy.
come on, bro.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
Do you guys like drinking
16.
milk?
I'm not a milk guy.
I'm less a milk guy now. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never understood the drinking the milk thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is
Al-
like,
almond milk, oat
yeah,
milk.
I do like a little cream in my coffee or something.
Yeah.
yeah. But just a big old glass of milk. I don't know. I've just never vibed.
Red flag.
Yeah, that's a lot
for a human.
But I mean, it kind of is.
As an adult, certainly.
It's strange. And then all of the milk propaganda that we were like given over our growing up. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the Got Milk campaign was
It's a real
inside
deal.
job with the
Right.
government and
Usually
dairy
is.
farmers.
Usually is.
It's like those complete breakfast they would show in
Yeah.
cereal ads. Like, here's a complete breakfast. It's like every breakfast item you've ever seen. It's like, I'm going to eat all of this, like a muffin and pancakes, like, and
really good
waffles,
for you.
and cereal, and toast, and eggs, and bacon, and sausage, and orange juice, and milk, and oatmeal. It was like, wait a minute. Like,
Turns out everybody in America is super fit.
right, so it did work
Yeah.
out in the long
The
run.
Food Pyramid was great guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lactose once I hit a certain degree of dairy that I've ingested, and then it's bad news.
I had some cheese last night in my taco bowl I made, and I had to pull over this morning on the way here. I almost shit myself. I did.
Yeah,
You get some what in your taco bowl?
Just some cheese, some
Oh,
shredded
cheese.
cheese.
Extra
a lot,
cheese.
A lot of it might have had to do with the refried beans as well, but lots of fiber, lots of dairy there. It's
brewing up.
I had to pull over and get the code at the Starbucks. To the bathroom.
Hurry, give me the fucking code.
Yeah. I was walking back there,
To
and then
shit
I
in the
walked right
floor.
back, and the guy was like 45,600. I didn't even have to ask. I was like, "Thank you." Got to poop now.
I mean, I've definitely had, when I was playing with Hamilton, I would, on some 2-show days, I don't know how I didn't learn, but I would make the mistake on a couple of occasions on going and getting ice cream.
Oh, my
like
God,
right before the second show. Not non-dairy ice cream, which is now what we buy at the grocery store because I've learned.
Yeah.
But some straight up rich ass Ben and Jerry's 31 flavor Baskin Robbins shit. And halfway through the second act comes along and I can feel it. I'm like,
No, that's the worst.
I'm
dude.
like, oh no. And that show, it was,
Intense.
3 hours of back-to-back
Right,
music.
right,
Like there's
right.
no 20,
no
like a lot of those
breaks, right.
shows, like 20 minutes of dialogue. You can go do your
Nah.
thing. You're in the cockpit that whole time. And there's a couple shows where like it, my stomach feels like it's in knots. And I'm like, I am about to shit in this chair right now. But luckily I never did that. And there was
You
like
made it through.
He said, luckily, I never did that.
there was one moment. There's about a 5-minute.
Just like slipped.
It was close.
Yeah.
There was like a 5-minute window where it's like, okay, I can run. I can hit Ableton and get it going, and I can run to the bathroom, but I have to be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 is tight, but
It's tight.
if you got it, if you release and it's good,
Explosion.
It sounds hellish.
so it happened. You did
I
make
made
the
it.
window.
I ran.
Is everyone shocked when you get up from your chair, like in the middle of
Well,
the show?
they're like,
aware.
something's up.
Right, yeah.
Something's up. But I'm like, I'll be back. You can count on me, but I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, the dairy is dangerous.
That's why I used to I would just not eat all day before shows,
Yeah.
Intermittent fasting. It's good for you.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, eat at like midnight back at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Just like get
Yeah.
Domino's or something.
Yeah.
Domino's.
Yeah, right.
Dylan
I mean,
usually hates Domino's.
Dylan, you
I
hate
usually hate
Domino's.
But when you're in the middle of the country and it's like midnight, like
Yeah.
that's
what
what's up.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with some Domino's.
Yeah.
Fuck with
I
Domino's.
fuck with some Domino's.
Grew up on Domino's. I feel like all the pieces like different now. Like Papa John's is not Papa John's like it used to be back in the day.
Fuck Papa John's
Yeah.
for eternity. That's a place that has.
What? Papa
That's a place that has made
that
me
sauce used to be very Italian, man. Like
I've gotten sick.
that sauce was crazy back in the
Authentic
day.
Italiano.
Imported from the coast of Amalfi.
Well, he's a weird MAGA freak, Papa.
Oh, yeah.
Papa.
Yeah.
Papa went.
They
Papa
kicked him
went
out.
red.
We're talking about
Oh,
the
they kicked him
piece.
out.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
totally kicked
Yeah,
out.
He's not the
removed.
Papa anymore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
he's not
Well, he was
fine.
the one that said the N word, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's
Never
not
wanna do
surprising.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude is also just so red in the face all the time. Like you could tell that he was like on a permanent bender. You know, I don't know
for
what. Like, he was
sure.
so red in the face. You know.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Oh man.
Papa
Yeah,
John's was
Papa
the
John's
shit.
has made me sick way too
Pizza
many
Hut
times.
was fire. Chuck E. Cheese used to have crazy
Chuck E.
pizza.
Cheese.
Yes.
It was
I always
couple-
liked Little
It's
Caesars.
just, I think everybody went like cheap like 1 year and never went back. Like,
Yeah.
It's like 99-cent slices and then
Yeah.
never really.
We got to cut costs. Yeah.
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 Did Pizza Inn? Did they have Pizza Inn in Memphis?
I kind of remember Pizza Inn.
Pizza Inn was like a Mid-South. You don't know what Pizza Inn
I've
is?
never heard of Pizza Inn. I don't think
Pizza
so.
Inn was
Yeah.
like a Mid-South. Maybe it was more Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had this chocolate chip pizza that was basically literally just like butter
Yeah.
and chocolate chips.
Yeah.
And it was fucking
What?
amazing.
I believe that.
Chocolate
I
chip
used to-
pizza.
It was so good.
Huh.
No, it was literally like sugar,
Is it
butter, and chocolate
Is it like
chips
the
on
Mrs. Fields like big huge
Like a
party
cookie?
cookie, or is it actual like pizza dough? That,
Pizza dough.
Oh.
I do love a
Pizza Hut used to have the
Pizza Hut.
cinnamon icing
do love those too.
thing. Now they just have the sticks, which are bullshit.
Yeah.
But Pizza Hut buffet. Did you ever
Yeah.
have the Pizza Hut buffet?
Did
Oh,
love
yeah.
the
Buffet
buffet.
was kind of
Oh
solid.
my god!
The salad was
And the
good.
salad bar was great.
Yeah,
Buffets have kind of disappeared.
Yeah,
They have.
COVID.
I was a Golden
Yeah.
Corral bitch boy back in the day.
Oh my God,
Golden
it sounds
Corral.
ghastly.
I don't know if we
It
had
was-
Golden
I
Corral.
might do like a mac and cheese from the Golden Corral, a bowl.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
that lunchroom style mac and cheese, that you got from the school cafeterias. It's that real creamy
Yeah, I'll do
cheese.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
Oh
Very
no
much
no
so.
no.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'll do that.
Delicious.
I'll do that.
The most dangerous things are the most delicious.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm surprised I am not completely obese based on my childhood habits. Like
Yeah.
you have to erase all of that from. I used to do the school lunch cart. Walking into school, get a 6-pack of those chocolate donuts, the Hostess donuts. Slam a fucking bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, and a chocolate milk, like a full Nesquik chocolate milk. You know what I'm talking about?
even better.
More sugar in it than a Coke. That's breakfast. Lunch, slam the a la carte line with the fried chicken tenders, French fries, and then go back up and get me a Star Crunch.
What's a Star Crunch?
I'm gonna get you one time.
All right.
Little Debbie makes
Oh,
it.
it's
Get
Little
you
Debbie.
one.
We had the school had a contract with the Little Debbie, so it was a
Right.
Little Debbie enterprise. It'd be either zebra cakes, which are mid, Star
Mid
Crunch.
zebra. No,
I love
Zebra
more
cakes.
than more than mid.
I
zebra
love zebra
cakes.
cakes. Yeah.
More than mid. Dog. I'm not gonna let you do zebra
Okay,
cakes.
zebra cakes are good. It was a choice. Star
85.
Crunch is a rice cake with caramel and then dunked in chocolate.
Oh, huh.
So it's a
So I missed that because I was a
caramel
zebra
rice
cake fan. Definitely. I also used to like the when they would have the holiday themed ones, like the
Yeah.
Christmas tree,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
green food dye,
Yep.
or the Valentine's Day pink and
Strong.
The
red.
Christmas tree ones
yeah.
are good.
Top 5.
And somehow, speaking of like that kind of thing, that seasonal thing, for some reason the Reese's eggs at Easter time are better than like a regular Easter.
Yeah, I love those.
Well,
too.
they're like
It's
they're big. They're thicker.
the ratio.
They're more
Yeah.
bulbous, you could say.
Yeah, they got some girth.
They got some girth. It's the peanut butter ratio is like larger in
nice.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good.
I love some Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah.
To this day.
They're really easy to make. I've made them. At
I
home.
want to make
It's
some.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's our food segment.
Well, yeah, I got.
Food comes
Tell
up
me
pretty
I got
much
a
every
self-interested bass question here because I have this
Okay.
band. We're going on tour in October. We used to be kind of guitar based, but now like the new stuff is like all synthy, and I don't want to bring synths on stage because it's a hassle. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with my bass player. And I guess the question is like, use any pedals that make your bass sound different than bass? Are you into that?
I was into that at one point, man. like back in the day, I was using, what was that? The GTSB. You remember that Boss pedal? Is like a multi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was using something like that. They had some cool little synth patches, but nothing recently. I just use. I'm you know what I'm saying, pretty proficient, like making sounds and stuff. I don't know what it's called, but it's definitely some pedals out there. I can't think of any. I can get back with you.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah,
Just
but,
get a good old octave pedal.
Yeah, actually, I think we have one.
Octave works. That mix, maybe that mix with like a like some kind of like envelope kind of wire kind of situation.
Yeah, I'm trying to like get the sub synth basically sound with a bass guitar. Like there, I don't.
You mean like
the problem is we don't have any room in our van. Like I would bring a synth keys or whatever, but literally the last time we went on tour, like the top of the Sprinter is just absolutely
Maxed out.
like shoving it in there, you know.
Man,
So-
but you should do like a maybe like a little 12 key joint though, like something really
Yeah,
really
micro.
small. Yeah, a
Right.
little micro. Oh, the micro Korg used to be sick. I used to use that, and maybe
Yeah.
you bring that and then like a little 4-channel mixer
Right.
and just do it like that. So that's probably what I would do. I understand that though. You don't want to. If not, if you got space on your pedal board, then just throw something on there and get that
micro
kind of
cord somewhere around
Qtron
here.
micro. What is it? The Qtron or something like that? The
Keyboard?
nah, it's a bass
pedal?
pedal. It's a bass pedal. I can't think of it. I think it's like the Qtron. It's like a silver pedal, purple writing. I can't think of it. Anyway, but yeah, either that or I would get like a little micro Korg or a little 12 joint with some little synth bass.
Yep. Good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Elise's used to have a sick joint, a little red, little
The red one.
keyboard.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
That was fun.
Is that the
I
one
was-
that had the whammy?
Nah. It was
a
like
whammy
little,
on a keyboard.
Oh, or you're talking about a keyboard. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of a pedal.
I did like that one though. The Elise's, I used to use that with A-Ball and MJG, which is like some super gutter Memphis synth bass line. So that joint was perfect for that. So yeah, either a small keyboard or like a little Mutron, Qtron, some shit like that.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
You play 4-string bass, or you like 5-string, or what do
Yeah.
you?
Mostly Studio 4. Live, mostly 5. Just cause like, you know, the arenas and stuff. I feel like I need a little bit more low end.
Yeah, you wanna
That's
get
what-
really down
That's
there.
what he said. I
Right,
need a little
yeah.
bit more low end.
Yeah, I bet hitting that low B string
Oh,
on a
it just
big,
feels great
huge
with
system.
the- rah,
Yeah.
rah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Feel
saying?
like you're
Just open up
in
the subs.
control.
Yeah, open up the subs, man.
Yeah,
When I come around.
just commanding
Yeah.
the room.
So yeah, mostly live doing that stuff, but like for vibe and comfortability, probably 4. I feel like I'm more open on 4-string than,
Yeah. Right.
and it depends on the music. If I'm playing some rock shit, I'm probably not gonna be on a 5-string.
Yeah.
I'll probably be on just like a P bass. My
It-
pick game has got better over the years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
So like really get that authentic sound.
Blink-182 sound.
Yeah,
Right, yeah,
yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah. That's an idol of mine.
Speaking of picking some bass, we stayed up till 1:30 in the morning Friday night and got Oasis tickets to Wembley next August.
No.
Yep.
You're gonna go to England.
Boy.
Hell yeah.
Are they coming over here?
They're talking about it. There's no dates
Right.
announced yet. There's like 15 or so like UK.
Be nice to see him at Wembley.
Oh my God,
Wow.
that's gonna be the craziest.
If they make it.
If
I mean,
they
if
make
they don't
it.
break
If they
up
make it.
again, right,
If they
right.
make
They
it.
don't kill each
If
other
it
in the
happens
country.
though,
I know
that's
that.
going to be the energy in that
Yeah.
building is gonna be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking.
I hope
stoked.
someone's shooting a documentary about it right now.
Oh,
Because
I'm
I mean,
sure they
how
are.
good
I'm
is like
sure
the
they are.
rehearsal, like first rehearsal footage gonna be?
Right.
You know, like
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Tense.
like,
someone's got to be shooting it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Somebody
for
just
sure.
said, "Look, bro, we got 50 million for y'all. What y'all want to do?
Literally.
We got like,
Yeah.
what do you want to do?" And
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
got to stomach it.
Oh yeah,
Just fucking stomach it, bro.
100%. Yeah, 50
Why
million
do they
bucks
hate
each.
each other?
I just made that. I just made that up.
No, that's
No,
what it
that
is.
sounds about
That's
right.
what it is.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
50
That's-
million for Noel.
They're
going-
going shit about it.
They're going to make more money on this tour than
15
they ever
shows.
did in the whole entire 90s.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
50
gotta
million
do it.
bucks each. It's supposed to be like a $400-500 million grossing set of shows. Like I've
That's
seen
so
some articles
crazy.
how it's like kind of supposed to rival
Taylor.
the T Swift thing.
How much
Yeah.
were tickets?
They really weren't that bad because we got on like they went on sale at 1 a.m. Pacific Coast time, 9 a.m. UK time, and we got on the waiting room on Ticketmaster at like 12:30, and I got my computer up and Vanessa had her computer up, and we were like in the waiting room. My computer started to fuck up. Like with like the website, which obviously
Benny's
was
about to
like-
cry.
I was like, fuck. But she had hers going, and we got in.
She got to do, man.
And there's like a few different options, and some of them were like screwing up. I was like, let's just get whatever. So we got these premium. They're basically like standing room VIP tickets, and they were only like 250, 275 bucks a pop. And that's like VIP. That's like there were
no,
cheaper
that's not-
ones
yeah,
too.
that's not bad.
But I mean,
That's not
resale people that
That
are
is-
going to resale are obviously going to be a lot more expensive than that.
Those
But like,
tickets are gonna be
yeah, but just from the straight Ticketmaster, that really wasn't that bad.
No, dude, I paid more.
Like
yeah, I don't even want to say, but yeah, I've definitely paid more than that for tickets.
100%, and I was
For
ready
way
to.
less artists.
For who?
Yeah.
Who would you wait in line for hours and stay up in the middle of the night to
Yeah.
get tickets for?
Man, depending on what kind of vibe I'm into, I guess at the time, but maybe like some. I don't know, man. Maybe like some K-Tronada tickets or something.
Yeah, that would be dope. Wow.
Like-
That would
but
be
like
live.
but like in a small room, you know what I'm saying?
For
like
sure.
a different energy, small room.
I honestly prefer shows in smaller rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Like
Definitely.
I'm generally not. I mean, the Oasis thing will be cool because like
Yeah, that energy. Is
the
just-
energy is gonna be crazy. Like 15 years in the making of like people waiting for this. I saw a funny comparison. Somebody was basically describing like Oasis as like they're like a pub band. Like their songs are like
Yeah.
bar
They're such good
songs.
songs. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so it's like seeing that with like 10,000 people singing along.
Drunken Englishmen.
Oh, it's gonna be so.
Well, it's
sick.
going to be 100,000 people.
Right.
Wembley's like a
Wembley.
80, 100,000.
I mean, yeah.
Mhm.
What am I talking
Yeah.
about? 10,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna rip. It's gonna
Yeah.
fucking rip.
Did you hear that K-Tronada Drake story?
I just saw that.
Yeah, that was pretty
He's
funny.
like, oh yeah, hit me up, bro.
What happened? What was
Apparently,
that?
Drake approached K-Tronada at a club somewhere. Was like, I want you to produce some songs for me. And K-Tronada was like, yeah, man, here's my number. Hit me up. And then he never called him. And then apparently K-Tronada heard through back channels that Drake was unimpressed by how enthusiastic his response had been. He like should have got down on his knees.
Didn't
Yeah.
worship enough.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Even though that would have been a great combination.
I know, that would've been
for
cool.
sure.
For sure. No, that would have made some great music.
Yeah, that makes some
Man.
great
But I get
music.
that. Like, I would feel the same. But also something about like Beyonce, like he did like a Beyonce remix, and her team like lowballed him on like the fee to like license it or whatever.
Yeah.
And he basically was like no. But he also was like no shade, like love Beyonce, but like no. You know your value.
Yeah.
If somebody doesn't
It's
recognize
like if
that,
Beyonce
then-
can't pay, then like who was gonna fucking pay?
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like the
well, the
top of
richest people
pyramid.
always want to pay the
Oh
least amount of
man,
money.
Yeah.
oh man, I seem to do the most favors for the richest people. You know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah, that's why they're
yeah,
rich.
Yeah,
'Cause they
right.
fucking pay anybody.
Rich people are
Obnoxious.
cheap, bro.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Man, okay, so Dave, you are definitely like one of the most gifted, intuitive musicians that I've been lucky to know
Oh, wow, I
over the
appreciate
course of
that.
my time out in the world making music. This is kind of a broad question, but what do you think are some of the most important music fundamentals a musician should have in place to both be a working musician, but also just in place as like building blocks of being a, really powerful, creative music maker.
Yeah. Wow, man. I mean, we talked about it a little bit. We talked about the time thing. The time thing is, so, like, don't get into this shit if you don't want to practice or put your time in.
Yeah.
Like, even, like, the most talented, naturally gifted musician I probably know is Mono Neon, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But, dude, when he was growing up, he was locked in a closet playing bass.
Yeah. His whole life up to this day.
I'm not saying locked in a closet, but
Just
you know what I mean? Like
locked away.
Like he came out the womb probably being able to play bass. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing him at 12 destroying grown men. You know what I'm saying? Before he even knew really what was going on musically. Mm-hmm. So it's like, but it's clear that he put in his 10,000. So if he got to put in his 10, bro, everybody got to put in. You got to put in your time.
Yeah.
You got to put in your time. So that's first and foremost. Then, man, listening, and then like knowing what to listen to and how to listen.
How to listen. That's a big one.
Yeah. So knowing how to listen and just taking it in and realizing why this works on this record without even touching the instrument. You know what I'm saying? Realize what's going on here. I used to be more scholastic, kind of like more endorser of the school thing. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's more important to you gotta sit with somebody that's better than you. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta get some kind of lesson or somebody that can connect the dots a little bit better than you. I mean, whether that's in school, whether that's, going over your neighbor's house, whatever that is. So you gotta get somebody that can help you take you to the next level.
Yeah.
I feel like the mentors in my life have helped me crazy. So that, when I say listening, practicing, and then once you get to the point where we're talking about just on different levels now, but when you're proficient technically and you understand what's going on with the music, then creating your sound and creating your thing and taking bits and pieces of the stuff that you heard when you listen, and now you're creating your thing, and people are gonna call and hire you for your thing, not necessarily because you're a bass player or you're a guitar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm very big on that, like doing your thing. When I hear you, I want to hear you. I don't want to hear this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was always, I think as you get older, that becomes more, this is at least my experience. Like, as I've gotten older, that has become more of a feasible vision to sort of go after. But when I was younger, that can be kind of elusive, like developing your sound. It's like, well, how do I do that?
I think you have to have life experience and like learn your soul through heartbreak, through joy, through
for sure,
like lots of different things to unlock like who you are as a musician, because that's a part of your soul that you're giving out to the world. So when you're younger, you like don't really know who you are yet.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that when I go through some major life events that are not music related, when I go to make music, I am coming at it in a different way. Like in a maybe more of an evolved way, coming at it with a different set of ears, coming at it maybe just with a different perspective.
Right.
But yeah, the life thing and going through stuff,
Right.
for sure.
I've been
is
my
huge.
most expressive when, I mean, I like to write sad songs, but I've been the most expressive after going through some shit, like,
Right.
Yeah.
sitting.
Yeah,
And I did my 10,000 hours, like, practicing classical music and learning how to read music. That's
Right.
where my 10,000 hours poured into,
Right.
which, if I could have done it over, I probably would have done it the jazz way. But
No, but the thing about
But-
the thing about putting it into the piano is it's so across the board. So if you want to go do pop shit, you can. You got
Right.
the chops to do it. You just learning some pop chords. If you want to go do
Right.
jazz shit, you can do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I definitely I wish I would have listened more and like what was that class? The jazz composition or some shit.
The arranging class?
Yeah, arranging
With
and
Jack Cooper?
and the jazz piano class. I
Yeah,
can't remember
yeah.
my guy's name. I probably should have paid way more attention than that. But I feel
Pretty good.
I feel what he was saying emotionally. I feel what he was saying emotionally, going through shit, shaping the musician, but also technically as well. Mixing like your favorites and how they do shit. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I like the way this person. I like how smooth this person is on bass, or I like this person's sound. I like, you know what I'm saying? So you can use stuff like that to create your own thing and your own blend of what you are and what your thing is.
For
you know?
sure.
'Cause everyone is influenced. Nothing is original. Everyone is influenced by something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As I got older, my influences stretched out from being just bass players to like, oh, I like how this singer voiced this thing, or I like how, you know what I'm saying, just being able to put it across the board rather than just, okay, this is a bass thing. It's
Yeah.
Just melodically, I like where they was thinking with this and
Yeah.
things like that. In my old age, I guess. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
it
Like,
becomes
as
it's
you-
like it's the time again. Like it's
Right.
like you gotta like spend and invest that time living in all of those different spaces, and the more
Right.
experience you have with it, you're able to break things apart more,
Right,
and
right.
like the familiarity you get with spending that 10,000 plus hours, you're able to dissect things more. You're able to just be more creative across the board.
And even with the 10,000 thing too, right? It's like, bro, I played some crazy stadiums, arenas. I played a lot of shitty nightclubs, bro.
Sure.
Yeah.
I put in my time, like in Memphis, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bill Street, and getting, you know what I'm saying, starting at 11, getting off at 2, not getting paid till 4, being
Yeah.
at church at 7, sleeping
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, but sleep in the car between services. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, you got to do that stuff, man. And like, and then also taking that shit seriously as I take the other shit, the big
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, you call me, you know I'm gonna at least know the fucking music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want my reputation to be. It's like,
Right.
yo, he gonna show up, he gonna be prepared, it's gonna be easy, he gonna know the music, and it's gonna be easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People
So I'm
can
an
count on
easy
you.
call. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
an easy call. It's like, okay, yeah. If nobody knows the music, he's gonna know that shit.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
a
I'm saying?
cool hang.
And a cool
Comes
hand.
with a few giggles.
right. Right. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's another thing about just becoming mature and realizing that's probably more.
It's almost more important.
Yeah, it's like 60-40. You gotta, because at this level that we play at, it's like
Yeah.
everybody can handle the gig. Everybody can play these notes, bro. It ain't hard to play this
Right.
pop song.
Yeah.
It's not, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, it becomes like, you know, how professional are you? How cool are you to hang with? Do you stink on the bus?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? like it's
Facts.
stuff like that. It's small things like that that make you an easy person to call and,
Yeah.
and
High cheekbones, well-defined jaw. People
right.
like that kind of stuff.
Right.
So like
Yeah.
good things to look at.
What's your taste level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny though. It's like this is just my experience. I do find it more uncommon to come across just a chill, good hang than a really great musician like that can like play really well. It's like there's a lot of people that could play really well, and a lot of them are just like not necessarily they're like assholes, even though that definitely exists, but they're just like weird or like just not cool to be around.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not enjoying being around you, even though you're really a good musician.
Right. But a lot of them spent their time, you know what I'm saying, in the bedroom, not being social.
For
so
sure.
it's like
For sure.
it's a double thing. Like you got to be able to, you know, put in your time in the gym, but you got to go outside a little bit and you got to hang a little bit, and you know, like we're cool, like from 3 different backgrounds, and we've been tight with 20 years or something, you know. From college, it's like go outside, hang. Like every time we get together, we don't have instruments in our hand. You know what I mean? It's like it's just like being regular people, and then just being accessible, man. Because you can be the sickest cat ever, but if nobody wants to be around you, then it don't matter.
It's like it's just not gonna happen. Pretty much everybody, all the musicians that I like to work with, can like are the type of people that like to go out into the world and just like do things. Whether it's just go to a movie, go hike, go whatever, just like chill, just like be a normal person.
Dave, you've traveled so much, you toured a lot. You're from Memphis. You still go to Memphis a lot, I think, right?
Right.
You're there pretty often, back and forth to your family. Been in LA for what? 15
almost 15
years.
Almost 15 years. Something like that.
Where do you want to stay in LA, or feel like, or like if there was anywhere that you could like live, let's say, and continue doing what you're doing, touring, whatever, is there another place in mind, or do you still hang with LA and Memphis the most?
Man, I like a lot of spots, man.
Yeah.
I like a lot of spots.
Hawaii.
If I could do, you know what's crazy? I've never been to Hawaii. Bro.
Really?
That's it's like
you're
one of
gonna
the
love it.
only spots. I've been to like
Everywhere.
Kazakhstan and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't been to like Hawaii. You know what I mean? So that's like one of the only joints I haven't been to. But I like I like LA, man. Eventually, you know what I'm saying, you want to get a house and stop, you know, and not rent and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know how realistically that is in LA at least, or, you know, so maybe outskirts of LA. But if I could live anywhere in the world, man, and like just do my thing, man, Barcelona is kind of crazy.
Really? We're going to Barcelona just for like a little vacation in December. So
Let me
hit
me up before
Okay,
you
dope.
go.
That's good to hear.
I got you, man. Barcelona is sick, man. If you could do it on the highest levels, Paris, of course, right? Like, but you know, it's levels. It's
Levels to it.
Yeah, it's levels in things. But Paris is dope. Man, I could even do I could even do Texas, man. Like, you know, a ranch or some shit, a farm. Or like,
that's what I want.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like a ranch. Like,
You want a houseboat?
I could do,
I want a houseboat and a ranch. Like
houseboat on a ranch.
Yeah, exactly.
Houseboat
That should work,
docked up.
right?
Well,
Just get a lake, a small lake
Right,
on the
float it
ranch.
out there. Right.
Yeah. Or, well, I mean, I'd like a large body of water that I could traverse to go like down the Mississippi or whatever, you know. But then like
Mississippi would be gnarly to sail on.
I don't know that there's many yachts or houseboats that go on the Mississippi.
The only thing you see on the Mississippi are barges,
Right.
Yeah.
or the
Or
I'm down
bodies.
for the
The
challenge,
thing.
though.
Yeah, what those big flywheel things?
yeah
Like the casinos.
what are those called?
Riverboats.
Riverboats.
Yeah, riverboats.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would like to have a ranch that I could like pull up to, get, you know, go see my animals and stuff, and then get on the boat.
Bring them on the jet. You should get like a trailer for the jet ski that's like a big cage that the animals can
Well,
like, go out and sail around on.
Ideally, when you have a houseboat, like one of those little double decker, like little, you know, trailer on the water, basically looking things, you've got a back ramp for the jet ski. It's on there. Yeah. I got a jet ski this year for Lake House in Kentucky, so I've started the boat journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watercraft guy.
A crazy
Watercraft.
jet ski story, right? So,
Okay, go.
All right.
So this tour manager. I'm no names. So this tour manager, who is it's one of the sickest in the game. Like, so anyway, this tour manager, he takes us over Akon's house, right, in Atlanta. And he has this sick ass lake in the back, right. I said I wasn't gonna do no names. Anyway,
That's all right.
Anyway, he has this sick lake on the back, and he has like 6 jet skis, and we just riding jet skis, and then he like pulls these 2 jet skis out the back. It's like 2 Lamborghini jet skis, Ferrari, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, these some of the fastest in the world. Like, you can only reach top speed with this key. So the security guard like, give me the key. Cranks it up, boy, right? So he out on the lake, he's going crazy, like topping that joint out. Somebody was like floating and he didn't see, right?
No.
And he tried to turn that joint. Bro, that joint threw him like 50. It threw him like 50 feet, bro. He was hurt. That night's done. I mean, day's over.
It's
everybody, it's a wrap.
Damn. But they didn't hit the person in the water.
Nah, he didn't
person
hit the person.
Dead.
Yeah, the person be dead for
Be
sure.
toast.
I did that
But
this summer.
Yeah, the
Not
jet
almost
ski
didn't
was
hit
the
someone.
jet ski was fun. It was bad, bro.
If you,
It was bad.
I did that earlier this summer. There was no one. I wasn't steering away from anyone. It was open water, but I was maxing out my speed.
Yeah.
It goes like 65 maybe, which is the speed, the max speed that you want to go on water.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And I turned it just a little bit too much, and I went.
Yeah,
flew off.
easy.
And then the key thing broke.
Of course.
The kill switch.
Oh, that's right, you
so
told us.
the jet ski was just. Luckily, I had it turned enough where it was just kind of doing that
Oh,
idling in the
okay.
water.
Yeah.
But I had to swim to it. And it
Good thing you got it.
Yeah, good thing I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can be
Nah,
dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
love a
jet
jet ski.
skis can get serious, bro.
They can get serious.
They can get
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
All right, so you were talking about mentors.
Yeah.
Just need to take a second. I'm sure you have other mentors too, but
Right.
you just shout out the legend, the late, great Tim Goodwin.
Yeah, man.
Everybody
We
needs to
take
know
a
about
We
Tim
all
Goodwin.
got
Yeah.
to study with him.
Tim-
Minus Dylan. but-
Tim changed my life.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Like, I would not be, we would not be sitting here
Yeah.
No.
without Tim
No.
Goodwin. Tim changed
Yeah.
the trajectory of my life through the power of information.
Yeah.
Like, Tim, he was really the best teacher I ever had.
Yeah.
And had some great teachers, had some really well-known teachers, but Tim was he was a tough love
Yeah. Oh my god.
dude. He
Oh
would
my god.
It was like Whiplash. You throw shit at you.
Dude.
honestly kind of.
Fool.
Yeah.
When I saw that movie, I damn near saw it in college too. When I saw it, I was like, yo, this is fucking Tim.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
somebody like watched Tim.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie is yes.
Tim got in trouble with the school
Yeah.
for various
Throwing
For
items.
throwing stuff.
yeah.
Wow.
But
When I say in trouble, I mean he wasn't about to get fired, but it was like he had to reel it back.
They heard about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
I got so many great stories about cuz like
Yeah, let's
he-
go. We need a couple of them for sure. Yeah.
dude, well, go ahead. What you
I
say?
had a different experience with him than other people because he didn't know how to act with my gay ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he did not.
He probably was turning red like
I intimidated him.
yeah. He didn't want to
'Cause
step
I'd
on
walk
your
in there
toes and
just
shit.
like just fucking jokes and just busting balls as soon as I walked into like we do the. Well, I had him very chill settings. Like we would do. I did this small because I was on a classical scholarship.
Yeah.
So all day long, I'm in the practice room for like 5 hours just with chamber music and stuff.
Right.
But then I sort of minored or like whatever, did
Right.
a lot of electives with jazz because that's what I wanted to get better at.
Right.
And so vocally, like I did a lot of that. I did some of those like blue ascendants
Oh,
or like
yeah,
all
I did
those
that. I did that.
ensembles that we had, the little pop bands and stuff. But we did the small group jazz singers.
Yeah.
So it was just like 4 or 5 of us with Tim, and that was like more. That was after, I think. That was after he was with you.
The
guys.
items got thrown.
Yeah, that was after the big group. So he had a little moment of like, yeah. But I don't even have really any specific stories, but I would always make him laugh. Like, it was my goal. Like, even if he was in the worst mood, I could make him laugh.
He turned me from a cocky little
Yeah.
bass nerd
Yeah.
to a fucking professional. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
He'll muscle you into it.
Good
If he
dude,
sees the potential in you,
Good dude,
like
man.
he will come
Good
down on
dude.
you in the most,
Dog.
in a hard but powerful way. Like he will. I remember. I want to get your stories, but I remember I was. It was my first year and like did like the second big band ensemble and like, you know, I think people thought I was okay, but like I wasn't like, you know, like hanging with like Jeremy Warren and Micah and these other guys that were like really are amazing musicians.
Right.
But I remember the summer after my freshman year, I ended up on a gig with Tim just out in Memphis. And it was like a straight ahead gig, and like I had like a lot of energy. Like I loved like, you know, the Elvin Jones, the Tony Williams. Like I wanted to like bring. I didn't want to just sit there and like.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to like, you know,
You want to
play.
fucking play.
Like, let's
yeah.
go. Let's drop some bombs.
Bring it. You right.
And played this gig with Tim and like had that energy, but was like time was kind of loose. Like it was like there was like some stuff there, but it needed some real reining in and like put me on the straight and narrow. And I remember it was probably at the end of the summer, and then when the semester started, Tim comes in right in the middle of rehearsal. He's like, "Benny, come with me." I'm like, shit. Like, and you know, his attitude is like, it's not a jokester necessarily.
Nah.
I mean, kind of, but like not really. Like very serious dude.
Yeah.
And he takes me into that little office and he gets his bass and we literally just play quarter notes together for like an hour. And if I'm like a millisecond off, he's like, no. And like just like really like was
man.
going in.
Yeah,
Like, and was like very hypercritical. There was like no room for like forgiveness in like the playing. But we only did like a couple of them. But it changed my musical trajectory. I would like from that point on became like a metronome like hawk and like and really my
gotta do it.
time
Yeah,
my
do it.
time like really became really you know pretty dialed in. But it was yeah, thanks to Tim that like really kind of instilled like the only thing that's acceptable is exceptional. And if it's not really right, it's not right. And so that's the only thing that is acceptable. So Tim really changed me and changed my life, and I'll always be grateful for that. But we need some Tim stories from you.
What I liked about Tim, bro, he was like better, not necessarily technically better on your instrument, but he could play your instrument better than you, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he had those fundamental
fucked
musical
up. Yeah, it was fucked up. It's
things
like
in place.
he can sit with the heaviest like keyboard players and be like, okay, I see what you're doing, but approach it like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it'll be just better every time.
Yeah.
Same thing with bass. Of course with bass. It's just like I'll never be, especially upright. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. You might have been in there for some of that stuff. You remember when we gonna say so and so when so and so was tuning his trumpet during a song, but tuning it in the wrong key.
That sounds really familiar. Was this for
Blue Ascendance.
Oh, Blue Ascendant. Yeah. Okay. I forgot you did that with us. Yeah. Yes, I was there
Dog.
then. Yeah.
He must have threw a fucking stand 100 feet across the room. He said, cut this shit out. Cut it off. Cut it off. You just gonna do that? You just gonna do that right now, right here? And you're not even in the right fucking key? You just got, he said, at least tune it to a note that's in the right fucking key. And he's like, just storms out, just papers everywhere. And this dude's just sitting there, just like, just sitting there dumbfounded. And he just walks out and like fucking lights the cigarette halfway out the room.
Yep.
Oh shit! That time, and then man, he got in this one guy ass bad. It was the worst I ever. It was the only time I ever seen him apologize. He had to come back the next day. He was like, "All right, guys, yesterday I was a little out of pocket." Like,
A little out of pocket.
yeah, he was like, "I was a little out
Some
of
kind
pocket."
of word got around.
Yeah, he was like, "Yesterday I was a little out of pocket." He was like, "You want to come?" Oh, man, I don't want to say who it was, but he's like, "You want to come in here, act like you're big shit when I'm getting you all these gigs?" He said, "You don't want to treat my class like it's serious. I bet you treat that money like it's serious." Like,
Yeah.
he fucking...
I think I know this
Oh,
story. I
yeah.
won't say the name, but
Oh,
I know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
Oh, he ripped. Oh, man, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. That was
Yeah.
he had a little soft spot for me because he knew I didn't really care about that shit like that. But
Yeah.
he knew what I was trying to do.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So he helped me along that path. He ain't really go too crazy on me. One time he went crazy on me. This dude had flew down this drummer who was a very famous drummer to play his recital. And bro, we didn't practice none of that shit. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, recitals. People trying to get out of school. We're not trying to play recitals, bro.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was playing with this man. We practiced like one time before his recital. He's like, bro, he came up to me. He's like, you get a chance to play with him, and that's what you do? He's like, bro, what the fuck was that? Like, how you gonna? It's like you're rushing the whole time. How you gonna rush him? He's like you're you and he's him. How you gonna rush him?
Yeah.
It's like fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tim was the realest of real.
Oh,
Like
man.
there was no sugarcoating anything.
Nah.
It was just like he was super fucking real, and I have such respect for that.
Yeah.
Especially
Good dude,
just
man.
in the music shit where
Good
it
dude.
can be so.
And if you think about how many people like he touched, how many musicians.
oh,
'cause
he's
it's not
changed
just-
the world through
Yeah,
his teaching.
It's not just bass players, but like just the people that's came through there and is doing great shit. It's
Yeah.
like it's a lot
No.
of people been touched by Tim.
Yeah,
man,
Tim 100% has impacted the world on a massive scale
Yeah.
by the people that he obviously played with great people too and all of that but like the people that he taught that have gone out into the world and done various
Yeah.
things. Like Tim has a huge fingerprint on music out there from influentially from the people he sent out 100%. So
Yeah.
Tim,
Yeah. I was
The real
last
one.
thing I was going to UT Knox, right? And I was, it was like I had my scholarship, I had everything. He's like, man, so what's up? He was like, you talked to your advisor and cause I ain't had a hard, cause I know I've been knowing Tim for a while. I'm from the area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been knowing Tim probably since I was 15 or something.
Mhm.
So he was like, you talked to the advisor, you know what I'm saying? You set up your classes and stuff, and I ain't had a hard to tell him I wasn't going there. I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go to UT. He's like, oh, you're not going there. I was like, yeah, I already got the scholarship. He's like, oh, nah, man, you come to Memphis. You're not going there. She's like, you're not a UT guy.
No.
He's
Yeah,
like, you're
yeah.
not a UT guy. You're a Memphis guy.
Yeah.
And he like basically gangstered me out of going to UT.
I mean,
he's like,
glad you did,
yeah,
though.
yeah, me
It
too.
was the right move.
Me too.
To
me too.
Yeah, yeah.
Knoxville is what you
Yeah,
Knox-
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure about Knoxville, but
Yeah. No, better decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
That's
me
the
to
right
stay
move.
in a stay,
Yeah.
man.
There was no Tim at UT.
Yeah.
Well, no, it is. It's just some bad motherfuckers up there, but I mean, once you leave what you gonna do? Go play the bars in Knoxville? It's not
Right.
really a scene,
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like it's not a place you will kind of want to live,
Yeah.
kind of,
For sure.
But yeah, big up to Tim, man. Great dude.
Yeah.
Where are you?
100%.
Where are you headed next? You going on tour? Are you?
Dude, I've been on the road all year, man. So I think it's kind of slowing down. I might have
Cool.
some end of the year stuff. I just want to maybe like December stuff, but
Cool.
I got some time to be creative, dog, and like, you know, I be into all kind of shit. So just be creative. Link up with the homie Noah, make some Celine Neon.
Celine
shit.
Neon.
Yes, Celine Neon, we're ready.
Yeah.
Make some Celine Neon stuff, and me and Ryan, which is another one of our
Right.
homies.
Yeah.
Shout out Ryan Peel.
We always working on something, man. We shot a lot of footage for the next, you know what I'm saying, film project. Which is called Davy Rocks.
Yes.
Nice.
Chocolate Galaxy being
That was the first one.
The first iteration.
Oh
right?
yeah, Chocolate Galaxy being the first production for me and him, which Brennan was in, which was a fucking man. So crazy that we actually pulled that shit off.
That was really great. Yeah.
We actually pulled it off, which is crazy. It's like you really can do whatever you want, bro. You really can if you like
100%.
just stick to it and be like, yo, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And if you got good people, you know what I'm saying, around you, good
Yeah.
homies and stuff, you can pull some shit off.
I agree.
But we're gonna do this Davy. Yeah, so watch out for Davy Rocks, man. Watch out for the Celine Neon stuff.
And at Parks David.
At the Parks David.
The Parks
yeah,
David.
yeah. At the Parks
Yeah.
David, man. Check me out.
Yeah. Everybody look David up. You will thank us later. But man, much appreciate you coming on, bro.
Of course, man.
This is awesome.
Of course. I knew eventually I had to come sit on the couch.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I knew eventually I had to do that. So yeah, of course, man. Y'all my guys. We hang
OG
together. We
OG
play
homies.
music. We play music together. We hang together.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
David Parks, everybody. Thank you for
See you
tuning
soon.
in. We'll see you guys next time.
That was
The
fun.
Ben and-
That was fun.
let's go. The Ben and Brent Show.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.
Ben and Bren.
Stuff you know and stuff you don't. It's the Ben and Bren Show.